guess your personal approach this week? I mean, I think you said yesterday, really no big LSU prep until Thursday, but are you kind of getting any video work in or looking into the opponents?
We looking at some film on them. Right now, we just focus on getting better each and every day and preparing well.
What have you seen just on what you've watched so far of LSU's offense?
They're a very explosive offense. You know, they got a great system going on over there. You know, quarterback pretty good. They got great receivers. So, you know, we just looking forward to it.
How much different does it look from last year and what they've accomplished? Obviously, we've seen the stats, but can you notice when you watch film a difference in how they're approaching the game?
I'd say they offense probably changed a little bit. They probably added more complex things to their offensive scheme. So, you know, we just preparing for them one day at a time. So.
Is it surprising to see how much they've progressed from the last time you guys played them?
Not very surprising. You know, we kind of expected them to go about their way. You know, just a new offensive scheme. You know, we expected that. You know, we just going in each and every day, just looking at the offense.
You mentioned complexity. I mean, can you give us an example of like what are the more complex routes, or is it just?
Pat, you don't need to go into that, man. Questions?
Next question. How much did you guys need, like, this bye week at this point in the year, mentally, physically?
We work on more fundamental things the coaches provided us with. You know, just going into each practice, knowing what we have on task. You know, just getting better each and every day.
Is it good to have this time off before such a big game next week?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, just give us time to prepare and just, you know, just to rest our bodies sort of a little bit.
What do you see in Joe Burrow as a quarterback? I mean, you guys, you know, read guys. You saw him last year. What does he do, and how do you kind of see him play? And what do you think?
He's obviously a good player. He's very smart with his decision making. He throws a good ball, so you know, we just preparing on him.
Rankings aside, what does an LSU game mean to you?
I know it's a big game, you know, for the fans in Tuscaloosa. You know, probably a big game in the media also as well. But, you know, we're just looking at it as another game. You know, we just going to prepare and just practice the way how we should.
Is it a game, though, that you hear about more from fans, friends, so forth, just in general?
Yeah, you know, you expect that just because of the madness that's going on with it.
What's that talk kind of like?
You know, just basically, you know, 1 versus 2, obviously. Big marquee matchup. That's what I've been hearing.
People are saying this one's going to be a shootout. As a defensive player, do you kind of what do you feel about that talk that this LSU Alabama game is going to be a shootout?
I'm not really focused on that. You know, we just as a defense, we know what we got to do on the field, and you know, we just got to create the right habits, and you know, just create our identity for ourselves. That's what we focus on.
With it being 1 versus 2, do you remember that first one, 2011?
Yeah, I remember watching that game. It wasn't a shootout. It was a defensive game. So, you know, it was obviously a game that set up to be for the national championship as well. So, you know, through that year, I knew that those 2 teams were the best in the whole college football world.
I mean, you know, and living in New Orleans at the time, I mean, what was that like whenever that game was going on? And
what'd you say?
I mean, living in New Orleans at the time, what was that like when the game was going on? Like family, friends at that time?
Oh, I wasn't living in New Orleans.
Okay.
I was actually in Florida at the time. But I got a lot of family in New Orleans, so you know, during that time there was big LSU fans, you know, and I just was with them, and they was talking about the game, and they was very excited about it.
Did you ever envision playing in a game like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I always had dreams of playing in big-time games, and I just, you know, I live for the moments like those.
You mentioned the implications of that first game of the century. Does it feel like a similar thing where this is everything's on the line for this game?
It sort of feel that way, but we're not really just trying to approach it that way. We're just trying to approach it as, you know, another game for us to improve ourselves and just to get better as a whole team.
You face your team in practice every day. I mean, you guys have such talented receivers. Like LSU's kind of got that depth too. What does that doing on offense has that kind of depth, and how do you prepare for that as a secondary?
Well, we prepare against that every day with our receivers. I feel like, you know, we just prepare well against them. You know, we practice well, practice hard to, you know, prepare for games like these. So it just makes us better as a whole defensive unit.
Are you and the rest of the DBs more comfortable attacking the ball this year?
You know, we just work at it every day. You know, we just have a feel for it, and when the ball in the air, we just play the ball well.
Terrell said that you guys needed to write him a thank you letter, I think, after the game. When did he talk to you about that?
You know, he was back there most of the time, but you know, he's a great player. So with him being on our defensive unit, you know, it sure helps.
Where do you feel like the defense is maybe taking the next step forward? You know, we see a lot more pressure on the quarterback. I think you made that point yesterday. Where is this defense taking a step in the right direction?
We taking a huge step. You know, from the first game, we know we needed some things to work on. From this point, you know, we increased a large amount of defensive errors we made, and we communicated better. We just flying around to the ball.
In general, as a defensive back, what makes it difficult to face an RPO scheme, just in general?
You know, it's tough just realizing that they could both either have the option to run the ball and pass the ball. You just got to be smart about it, you know, look at different alignments and stuff like that. So,
does that affect secondary more than, I don't know, front seven guys, or how does it affect?
I think it evened out because it's like both of a balanced scheme. So we obviously know that they could both pass or run the ball, so we got to have our heads on the high hill. So, you know, we just go out there and play each play.
Games like this, there's obviously a lot of, you mentioned it, whether it's talking to the media or even talking among the players. Have y'all heard some of the talk coming from Baton Rouge so far, and so does that do anything for the players?
Not really. We're not really focused on that right now.
Pat, you see Mac practice, you know, way more than we do, but to see how well he played over the weekend, just how much more confidence does that give you in him?
You know, he played very well last Saturday. He was very confident, very poised, and we just seen it in him from the jump. You know, we knew he could do some special things. You know, he was probably overlooked just because of the fact, you know, Tua playing and stuff like that, but he's a great player, so he's doing great things right now.
How much does it tell? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen too, but to have another quarterback in that league, and they have that confidence in to go in a big game like this?
You know, it's great having him because he's obviously a great player, and you know, he knows what to do in big time games, I feel like, and you know, he's poised to do anything.
Yeah, 8 games in, I mean, how have y'all adapted as a defense with the loss of Dylan Moses? How do you feel like you guys have kind of adapted to that? Yeah.
You know, Dylan was a great player. He was a key player to our defense, so we just, you know, moved around, you know. But as far as a whole defense unit, we doing well. You know, we communicate and fly around to the ball. You know, the linebackers are doing a great job also. You know, they doing their job also. So, you know, I feel like our defense is turning it up a notch now.
Thank you.